And for 3 nights I was driven to the stadium by a gentleman who was Indian, from India. On the way to the airport after the crusade, I said, how did you enjoy the crusade? Well, he said, Pastor Benny, I did not come. I said, what do you mean? You drove me. You were my driver. You did not come? No, he said, I sat in my car. I said, you never heard me preach? He said, no. Why? I said. Oh, he said, I'm a Hindu. I said, you're Hindu? He said, yes. I said, you drove me 3 days and you're a Hindu? He said, yes. I said, you never heard me preach? He said, no. I said, what's your name? He gave me his name. For 3 days, I did not even know his name. And I said, have you ever been to a church? No. You know anything about Jesus Christ? Not really. I said, how many gods do you worship? He said, millions. And the Lord said, talk to him. So I said, I want to ask you a question. He was very polite, very nice man. Young man, maybe in his 30s. I said, can I ask you a question? Yes, please. Have any of your gods ever told you they care for you? He said, no. Have any of your gods, even one of them, ever said, I love you? He said, no. I said, have any of your gods ever said something like this? Come unto me and I'll give you rest. He said, no. I said, let me tell you about Jesus. And I began to talk to him. And he listened very intently. I said, you know that Jesus Christ is the only person that ever uttered these words. And I gave him Matthew 11. And I said, Jesus said, come unto me, all ye who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. I said, have you ever heard any one of your gods or any person or anyone ever say those words? He said, no. Well, I said, the fact is no one has. I said, no philosopher, no prophet, no person ever in history has ever said, come unto me, all you who labor and all you who are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. I said, nobody has ever offered rest to humanity except Jesus. I said, now, you say none of your gods ever said to you they care for you? No. And none of them ever said, I love you? I said, no. I said, Jesus not only said he loved us, he proved it by dying on a cross. And people, that's about all I had to say to him, by which time we were driving up to the airport, and he looks at me and says, Pastor Benny, today I am becoming a Christian.